Now, from Into Tomorrow, this is an ITTV special report.
As we continue our discussions here at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco, our next guest is from Canada's first female-owned and run video game studio. Their first game is currently in production and will be available on PC, Mac, and mobile platforms, including the iOS and, yay, Android. She's not forgetting Android. She is the CEO of Silicon Sisters Interactive, Brenda Bailey Gershkovitch. Did I do it right in the long run? Oh, how are you?
Very well, thanks.
First, congratulations on being Canada's first female-owned and run video game studio. That's got to be kind of neat anyway, to have fun doing what you do, and saying there's so much out there that's available that why shouldn't you be, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's really interesting actually going from a video game studio that was mostly guys, like 90% guys, which was also really fun.
Yeah, that's true.
To a video game studio that's about 75% women. It's just a really different dynamic, and it's both are good in different ways.
Yeah, I would imagine. Well, first of all, do you find that you're programming differently? Are you programming for a female audience specifically?
Well, actually, Dave, that's what drove this whole thing, is that, you know, we're playing with the idea, the question really, when you're making games, is it important to have somebody from that market working on the game? And it's an interesting question, and we don't really know the answer. People haven't explored that very thoroughly. But what we do know is that, you know, the game industry is primarily a guy industry in terms of who's consuming games, certainly traditional games, core games, and they're built by guys. Okay, that might be fluke, or it might be, hey, we're building games we want to play, and lo and behold, our market is guys like us. So my thinking is that it actually is related to that. And in fact, I got really addicted to a game called Portal. And I played it like crazy. And I kept meeting other women that were really in love with Portal. And it's not really a kind of girl game. So why were so many women playing it? And it turned out there's an amazing designer named Kim Swift, who in fact was one of the lead designers on Portal. And when I heard that, I thought, that's really interesting. I wonder if those things are related. What would happen if we took a bunch of female designers and started working on games for girls? Would that help us reach that market? So that's kind of the premise of the studio.
So are you doing different things then in designing of games that
Absolutely.
say, hey, if guys want to play too, they're more than welcome?
Oh, totally.
Everybody's not wearing pink or something, so that's not a point. I mean, that's not the reason not to play. No. But does it get to a point where, you know, your female designers are saying, here's what we're doing differently, and
You're
why?
Right. Yeah, that's exactly true. So what we've done is we've taken kind of a different approach. We've gone back to research, right? So there's about 20 years worth of game studies research. Just like there's film studies courses in universities, there's game studies courses. So there's all these great academics out there all over the world researching this stuff. So we've gotten a hold of a whole bunch of this information, and we've analyzed it, and we've started pulling out findings and trying to apply that to game mechanics. So instead of just using mechanics we already know about, we're trying to look at mechanics that might really connect with women and girls and build those into our games and see if in fact it is true that that helps women connect more strongly to the game.
Now, your first game title, School 26, right? What is that about, and how has that been working for you?
Yeah, so School 26 is our first offering, and it's for tween girls. It's kind of, if you think about, you know, who's really enjoying Glee, it's sort of set at about that level.
Okay.
And School 26, Kate is our primary character, and Kate has been to 25 other schools. Her parents are psychic healers, and they're a bit loopy, and they keep getting chased out of town. And so she's frustrated with that, and she's made them the deal that if she can make friends in this 26 school, they'll let her stay there to graduate, which is really what she wants. She wants to have some friends to graduate with.
Sure, yeah. A little stability.
Little stability, yeah. So, you know, the point of this game is a couple things. One is it's designed for tween girls, kind of the ages 10 to 16. And the stuff that they're really into, so research tells us, and focus grouping is telling us, and being a mother of a 14-year-old is telling me, that girls really like social engineering. Right? We like to kind of make things happen between our friends, or sort this out with somebody, or somebody's upset about something, we want to work on it. You know, we're always socially engineering. It's what we do.
Sure.
And we're practicing that a lot.
And Chris, being the father of a 14-year-old girl, probably is now saying, all right, paying attention. This might be something Mandy would take some interest in.
Right. So that's the idea of the game. You're using social engineering to solve problems in the school, to get to be friends with the people in the school and have the opportunity to stay in the school and graduate there. So, and it's based on the game mechanics we found out through research. So.
Cool. Brenda, do you always plan on sticking with multiple platforms, which I think is awesome, and kudos to you for that, because so many fun things come out on one platform and others to be announced maybe. But for the most part, people are saying, well, I don't have that, so I guess I have to wait or I'm lose.
You know, what we're trying to do is go where our market is. So the choices that we'll make on platforms really depends on which market segment we're wanting to access. So we're going to be delivering for 40-year-old women and 10-year-old women and 50-year-old women. So it depends where they're playing, and that's where we'll deliver.
And guys, too, no doubt.
If they want to, absolutely.
What can we expect real quick from Silicon Sisters as we head into tomorrow then, other than what you've been sharing, but some exciting things coming down?
Absolutely. Well, Silicon Sisters is really designing itself as the premier brand for the for the female space in the games industry. So we've got a lot of different offering coming up over the next few years.
Excellent. We invite you to hit their website, and you're just a mouse click away when you come by intotomorrow.com. But you can go to Brenda's site and see what she and her ladies are up to, and guys that are working on things as well. And it's siliconsisters.ca, as in Canada, not silicone. siliconsisters.ca. Brenda, you're a delight to chat with. I want to make sure we get you back on the show again because there's so much more to talk about. And as you do more things, I want to help you share your message. It's fun.
That's great, Dave. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
By all means. We're back with more from the Intel exhibit here at the Game Developers Conference in San Francisco. Dave Graveline bringing you further into tomorrow right here on the Advanced Media Network.